Hi, this is Barry Selby once again. This is Messages from the Masculine number 24, in case you're keeping count. And a topic that has been coming up for a while for me now, and recently in a conversation with a friend, inspired me to talk about this. And it's to do with feminine shamanism. And I'm going to speak from a very much a layman's point of view, but you might find some value in it. And I'm calling it divinity as well because I believe they're inseparable. They're inexorably tied together. So, first of all, let me speak a little bit about masculine and feminine energetics, the way I believe it and hold it, and then also add to it the conversation about feminine divinity and shamanism. So let me put some framework in place. I've been studying this masculine and feminine conversation for the last 10 years. And something's been going, I've been aware of in the background, and actually for many years before that. I actually was reflecting recently about my teen years at school. Yes, this is going to include my upbringing, so bear with me. I was, to be honest, in my teen years at high school, back in England, I was bullied. Being different, because I was a Jewish kid in a non-Jewish school. That was one of the reasons, and the fact I didn't fight back got me in trouble. My safe place to go, in a way, was to be with the girls, because they didn't beat me up. I mean, as crappy as that sounds, the truth is that I had a deep feeling of safety and acceptance amongst the girls. And it worked both ways, because the girls would actually, how can I say this, they actually would lean on my shoulder when they were upset with the guys they were dating, because they would date the jocks and the players, and I was more the nerd and the wimp. So they would come to me for safe haven, as it were, as I have them for safe haven, was being bullied. I didn't realize at the time, but looking back, I see that I had, in an unconscious way, in a way, automatically, found myself very much enamored with and in reverence for the women, the feminine energy. So that was my teen years. Fast forward a few decades to my current life. The last 10 years I've been studying the masculine and feminine polarity, which I call the evolved masculine, the evolved feminine, or the developed masculine, developed feminine. And part of that journey has been the goddess movement for women. And I want to refine the conversation on the feminine side, because this is what this topic's about. There are many women who are exploring the goddess movement, which I think is wonderful, but it really is a half measure. I've become it's become very apparent to me, and I've become very aware of, that many women out there are yearning for something more. And I believe what that more is something to do with the shamanistic, reverential divinity. And the way I'm describing it is that what the next evolution of women is becoming, in an archetype format, is the high priestess. And it's a blend, for me, of spiritual and warrior. Because the high priestess was somebody who had immense power as well as immense grace. And that's what I think women, I believe, are needing more and more to step into in the world. But on top of that, it's what the world needs to be saved. Yes, to be saved. So, because this is kind of a mandate in a way, but also an invitation for the women out there to listen to this and take it with you into the world. I've said this before in previous broadcasts, that I believe that, as the Dalai Lama said, that the world will be saved by the Western woman. And I said that it will be saved by the Western feminine woman. Now I want to expand it even more. I really feel that for Western women, being your feminine is a big step, because women have been trained in the Western world to copy the men in business, in the world, and to compete with the men. And a lot of our masculine leadership in the world has rubbed off on the women, as it were. So a lot of women have been learning to be in leadership, copying the men. And it's depleting their hormones, depleting their energetics, and it's messing up their love life. That's where my work comes in. But beyond that, I believe there's another piece, which is the feminine energy on the planet, which is so needed, God, thank you so much, is being asked to evolve on the level, which is the feminine leadership in the spiritual and the priestess energy. Because there are decisions being made in the world that are very much from the political and the humanistic level, and it's not serving the planet. I firmly believe that for women out there, as you step into your divinity and own your feminine gifts as a role of leadership, as a role of compassion, will bring a sense of care to the planet that will change everything for the better. I've said before that yes, we need you, feminine, your women need women in your feminine to save the planet, but I'm realizing more and more it's a spiritual focus, a spiritual expression, which is the priestess, the high warrior, spiritual leader that is in every woman. And it's something that's been buried. And I don't want to get too much into this other part, because I can feel it in my awareness that over the last 2,000 years or more, the religious community has suppressed the feminine. Absolutely has. There are scrolls in the Bible that talk about the goddess movement. That doesn't show up in the Bible. So there's a piece missing, because the men, to be honest, I believe, are scared of the women. Rightly so. Your power, your divinity, your magnificence far outshines and overshadows us humble men. And so the divinity of that, the power of the shamanistic energy that you bring, there's a, and let me switch gears slightly for a second, just hit this point. Women over the last, well, certainly back in Europe, and I remember back in England, in the mid-centuries, were cast as witches, as a negative. The witch was portrayed as a crony, shriveled old woman that had no attractiveness, no beauty, no energy, because the men were afraid of her. But I believe that the alive and vital woman is where the true power of the magic, as you want to put it that way, or the shamanism in its true sense, resides. So I want to speak to that point and not belabor it, but certainly emphasize it, that your, ladies, your power, your gifts, your strength is in your divinity. Because, you know, we men can have muscle power, and certainly women do too, but that's not the true power. Physical power is minimal compared with the spiritual power that, ladies, you bring big time. Yes, some of us men do too. There are men out there who live in the priestly energy, in the spiritual leadership. And I don't mean religious, I mean spiritual. But you ladies have more access to it when you tune in. I believe your intuition is a connection to spirit. That's one of my beliefs. But I also believe that you have a gift that is yet to be tapped into. And however I can serve that, however I can speak to that, and however I can inspire you to resource that and step into it and live it in the world, I'm here for you. I hope other men get this too. I certainly know that more women will get this, because I know that we need you more than ever. Watching what's happening the last couple of years on the planet, yes, in America the political system is showing that more evidently, but other parts of the world as well have shown that we've been turning down a road that's not going to help everybody, or anybody for that matter. So ladies, please evoke, invoke, inspire us with your feminine, with your divinity, with your shaman that's innate within you, your high priestess, because we need you more than ever. Okay, that's enough of a pitch. I'm going to sign off, because I just wanted to say that message. It ended abruptly in my awareness, what came through. So thank you for watching this. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Please comment on this video and let me know your thoughts, and I may reach out to you for support along the way. Okay? Thanks for watching, and if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, you can comment either place. All right? Thanks for all the hearts. Thanks for the love. I'll see you again soon. Bye.